Welcome to live coverage of Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports. It's Republic and Waynesville, week 2 of the high school football season. And if last week was football weather, it's even more football weather this week. It's overcast. It's been misting or sprinkling on and off. And so it feels like fall, and it's a good night for some football. Rich Miles.
Oh, yeah, this is great. Usually week 1, week 2, we're talking about heat index and great overcast, as you'd said. And it's that fall weather that I know a lot of people have been talking about. But this is going to be a perfect night for high school football, and definitely a perfect night for the Republic Tigers to get in that win column.
Both these teams lost to good opponents in week 1. It was Waynesville losing to Carthage and Republic losing to Nixa. And so they'll try to turn it around. This is the opportunity for Republic to show that it was more about Nixa than it was them necessarily not playing up to their potential. I think they would tell you they didn't play up to their potential, but a lot of what happened last week was just how good Nixa is, and I think we'll see a different Republic team this week.
Exactly, and everybody knew that. It was 49-21, and Nixa just had a lot of athletes on both sides of the field at several positions, and it wasn't for lack of Republic going out there, in giving everything they had. They did everything that they tried to do and prepared for. It's just there are some things that that you can't really just simulate in practice, and one of that is speed. Nixa had speed at several positions, and that's always difficult to simulate in practice, no matter how hard you do it. But both teams had tall tasks last week. Waynesville had Carthage, and that score was very much lopsided. Carthage won that game 50-8, and we can talk about it's a Waynesville team that has a new coach. It's a first-year coach for Waynesville, so there's going to be new schemes both in the offense and defense. And but great night for Republic to go out there and again get that first W of the season.
A lot of people might be surprised to realize our first fast fact of the night: Republic 1-7 all time against Waynesville. Last year they beat Waynesville 35-9. That was the first ever win in the series. They'd been 0-7. They hadn't played for 20 years last year when they finally met, and so chance to improve on that 1-7 all-time record. Our Fast Facts brought to you all year, all season long, by Rapid Ship Republic. When Republic champs want to ship it fast, they ship with Rapid Ship. And thanks to them for stepping up and sponsoring our Fast Facts all season. We're going to take a break here on the Heinz Street Pharmacy Retmo Football pregame show. Be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family. Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
High Street Pharmacy, this is Kim. May I help you?
Feeling rough, we've got the stuff. High Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Hines Street.
Welcome back. The Colors exiting the field right now as we just had the national anthem. Nice job by the Waynesville band. And crowd kind of slow to filter in here. Not overly surprised that there's not a huge crowd on the Waynesville side. Not a lot of Republic people here either. I suspect there might be another football game tonight that they're watching. But we appreciate you watching the watching the Tigers with us. Should be a good one here, and it'll be a lot of fun. And just want to give a little shout out to those of you watching on the big screen at Eris Pizza, because I understand that the Tigers get precedent. They get the big screen when they are playing on a Friday night. And so hello to the crowd there watching as we've got a little high school football for you here. Rich mentioned that both these teams 0-1 coming in, and the Tigers have they had their ground game, but maybe not as consistent as it had been. And we're going to talk now on our pregame show about some of the keys to the game. And I think, Rich, I've got you at the top of the list, and we've all three got keys to the game. Tim Barnes over there, keeping stats, has one too. But Rich, what's your key tonight?
Obviously, you always want to not have any turnovers in no matter what the game is, but avoiding turnovers on the offense. We had a couple of crucial turnovers last week versus Nixa that kind of were at pivotal points that really changed the game there. And on a night like tonight, I mean, it's not pouring, but it is kind of a cool evening and it's sprinkling, so you always want to make sure that the ball is obviously secured, because just a little bit of moisture on that football can make that ball pop out. All
right, Tim Barnes, we talked about these keys to the game this morning. Let's see if you still remember what yours was.
Yes, I do. The offense needs to finish their drives. They had one score late in the game, but only two scores before that. So drive stalled out, just need to finish the drives with touchdowns.
And mine is that they've got to control the edge. The speed on the edge for Waynesville is really their biggest weapon, their primary weapon. And if they can get to the edge and use that speed, then that might pose some problems. If the Tigers can control that, I think they dominate inside. And so they've just got to keep things controlled on the outside, and I think they'll be fine tonight. Our keys to the game brought to you by the Tricia Phelps team with eXp Real Estate. And we appreciate Tricia Phelps and the eXp Real Estate team for stepping up to sponsor that all season long. We'll talk about keys to the game throughout the season. Some other games going on this night in the high school schedule, and the big one, I think, in the COC is Nixa and Webb City.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big one. That game has been a big game for the past few years, but that has been a back and forth kind of rivalry there between Nixa and Webb City. In the past few years, Nixa has been the one that has come out on top, and past few years that has been a close game. Nixa's gotten the win, and I would suppose that it's going to be another close game with a really large crowd.
Well, a large crowd is not what we have here. You can probably tell from the lack of noise around us that it's not a super excited environment here, and that'll pick up as we get a little closer to kickoff. Still about 9 minutes away, 11 minutes on the clock away from kickoff. The Tigers have taken the field. We're going to take another break and be back with more on the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football pregame show after this timeout.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. Buying or selling a home isn't just about the sign of the yard, it's about decisions, big ones. That's why the Tricia Phelps team approaches real estate like advisors, not salespeople. From fast-track financing to investment strategy, Tricia helps you make the right move with confidence, because longevity in this business is no accident. Call Tricia Phelps' team with eXp Realty to learn more. Republic is more than a market, it's home. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
My friend Lori Casagrande sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Welcome back. Everyone's still standing very still out there, waiting for the Waynesville team to make its way onto the field. And didn't really get a chance to talk last week about district changes. Maybe touched on it, but thought we would talk about the new look district. Tigers have a lot different look from what it's been the past couple of years, so they're going to have their hands full when they get to that part of the season.
Yeah, last year the Class 5 District 6 that Republic is in was Springfield School dominated, and you've got Hillcrest and Glendale have left out of there. So the Class 5 District 6 is now Carthage, Webb City, Neosho, Springfield Parkview, Republic, Willard, and Branson. And when you've introduced Carthage and Webb City to that district, man, you've got to look at it and be like, for Southwest Missouri, that's got to be one of the toughest districts.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The thing is, they they had to play them anyway, whoever came out of that little pod after they won their district the last 2 seasons. But, just going to have to face them earlier, and maybe the district championship will be a little more hard-fought than it was in previous seasons.
If you look at the state rankings, too, that came out the other day, you literally have Carthage, Webb City, and Republic just right there lined up next to each other in the Class 5 rankings.
And that came out after the Nixa loss, so that obviously voters didn't really downgrade Republic when they looked at what they expect out of these Tigers this season. They looked at that loss and said, well, a lot of Class 5 teams would have been in that situation, so they were still ranked right smack dab in the middle of that top 10, and that'll be interesting to watch as we go on. It's just it's so different, and I say this every few weeks, but it's just such a different situation to be talking about state rankings in terms of Republic from where we were 10 years ago. It's a lot different situation and atmosphere, and a lot more fun, I got to say.
Oh, yeah, definitely a lot more fun, especially whenever, in all levels of sports, winning solves a lot of problems. Whenever you continually get those W's on there, that starts putting people in the bleachers and, makes the culture and an atmosphere so much better, and you've got more people who come out for a sport when you're continuously putting together a team that's, at least competitive, if not putting together an 8-3, a 9-2 type of season and competing for a district championship season after season, getting into the state playoffs. And it's just been so exciting these past handful of years of being in that district championship game, in that state quarterfinal game, state semifinal game. So it's always really awesome, too, whenever I'm kind of looking down the calendar in November, and I've kind of just expect Republic to be playing, close to Thanksgiving and playing on a Saturday afternoon, which is great.
Band has exited the field. I thought for a second that the Woodwinds were in a little standoff there with the Waynesville team. They were just lined up and staring each other down, but they have exited the field, and we're getting closer to kickoff. We're going to take another break and be back with more after this on the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo Football pregame show on Republic Tiger Sports. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murney Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Well, you all know now I don't have a roster. But Jackson Taylor, Jen Villasica, Caleb Norman, and Preston McCracken, the 4 captains out there. And now I see my roster. I knew there was one up here. So captain's ready to flip the coin and determine who will get the ball first. It was interesting last week. The Tigers won the toss and took the ball. And that actually worked out exactly like they wanted it to work out. They took the ball. They took like 5 minutes, marched it down the field, and punched it in the end zone and went right at Nixa. it was after that things kind of fell apart. But I don't think you could fault them for doing that. I think that's exactly what they wanted to occur after that happened.
I think Republic won the toss.
No, I think Waynesville won the toss. They're doing what Republic did last week, I think.
Oh, there you go.
So they'll receive it, and they are ready to go.
This is one of the many times where you've got Tigers versus Tigers. So
Yes.
hopefully everybody that is watching understands that when we say Tigers, we're obviously talking about Republic.
Yeah.
We refer to Waynesville as Waynesville. But it's a conference that is just Tiger stacked.
Yeah, but here's one thing about Waynesville. They are all in on the orange. I think that Waynesville is more orange than Republic. Republic's pretty orange, but Waynesville, I think, is even more orange than Republic.
I agree with you. When I first started at Republic 24 years ago, that was a lot of bright neon orange. In fact, when I would go, there was a couple of deer seasons in there where I wore Republic stuff as I hunted.
Now, Elijah Peary's got it teed up. Last week, Carthage used an onside kick on the opening kickoff against Waynesville, and they got it. And we all know that the Tigers of Republic are fond of the onside kick, so this could be interesting. Wouldn't be surprised to see it. Nope, they kick it deep. And it goes just short of the end zone. And first hit made, and then the man brought down. First hit, not the tackle, made by Jordan Todd, the junior who got back there, number 42, and tripped him up. And he takes it out to the 9. Probably should have just let it go into the end zone. Waynesville has a man split out wide to each side. Quarterback under center. Turns and pitches it. And off the left side of the line, nowhere to go. Don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a yard on the carry by Caden Wilson. Cooper White makes the tackle. White, number 55. Man in motion. Govan and Lawhon over here, and Lawhon overplayed it. The pass is complete. A gain of about 6 yards out to the 15. Lawhon, I think, was somewhat thinking about going for a pick six, but he was in the wrong spot to get there.
And Waynesville's the team that will go back and forth from the shotgun or putting the QB underneath the center.
And they're in the shotgun now. Fake the handoff. Roll to the left. And under pressure, and the hit is made, and the tackle by Ethan Montiel, who got back there and brought him down.
Montiel did a great job of just stretching out the QB. It was a play action, and they were trying to hit the back that came out of the backfield, but we had good coverage, no receiver open, and the QB, the only thing he could do is either take the sack or run out of bounds.
Back to punt for the Tigers.
So the ball on the 10-yard line, or on the 11-yard line now, punting from the goal line, and the ball is partially blocked, and it's picked up by Govan. Fumbled it a little bit, tried to stay inbounds, kept it inbounds, and ends up on the 9-yard line. So the blocked punt, and Govan gets it back.
What a great start for Republic. You make the offense go 3 and out, you block the punt, and then you give your offense a short field.
I think it was Govan who blocked it. Govan blocked it and recovered it. And the Tigers already in the red zone on the 9-yard line. They give it to Hull, and he stumbles his way down inside the 5 to about the 2. This press box is not real high off the ground. These bleachers are similar to Carl Junction when we would do games there. It makes it hard to see what yard line they're on. I have to kind of glance back at the scoreboard to figure out where they are. Second down and goal. Handoff to Claire. He steps to his right to avoid a man. He's just short of the end zone.
On the carry for Republic, number 5, Owen Pryor.
And Claire picks up 3, takes it down to the 1.
I think if the offensive line gets a really good push here, I think this play here will end up with a touchdown. They've gotten their 2 previous plays great, establishing themselves up front. Let's get another good push here.
And they dropped the ball. McCracken picked it up and managed to maintain possession, but wasn't able to get it into the end zone. Looked like he just came out there too quick. Only the Tigers could get the ball on the 9-yard line and make a 4-play drive out of it.
I want to know if any little bit of the moisture on the football may have played a factor into that.
True, and yeah, we talked about that in the pregame. Well, he did manage to keep possession. Claire in motion. They give it to Hull. He bulls his way into the end zone. That's a touchdown. It's a 4-play drive that started inside the 10. And that is the most Ryan Cornelson of things, to take 4 plays to get it in from 9 yards out. But they did it, and they're on top 6-0 with 8:14 left to go in the first quarter.
That and all 4 plays were between the tackles, too. There was nothing bouncing outside or anything fancy. You just allow your offensive line to get a good push and a good run by our backs.
Elijah Peary is ready to attempt the extra point. Brennan Overstreet will hold. He gets it down. The kick is long and straight and through, and that makes it 7-0. Tigers take the lead, so that was a good start. They didn't have to go very far. They just methodically punched it in, and they will be kicking it off here shortly. We'll go ahead and keep it right here as Elijah Peary jogs out. So it's not very often that you see a guy block a punt and then go chase down the ball, but that's what Kieran Govan did there as he blocked it and didn't block it backwards and have his momentum. He blocked it sideways and then beat everybody over to the sideline. I think we're going to see a lot of that over the next 2 or 3 years with Kieran Govan. That was quite a play by Kieran to set up the Tigers' touchdown. And now Peary ready to kick it off again. So they didn't really need to do the onside kick. They just shut it down, blocked the punt, and scored. And there's a line drive, and that is off one player, picked up at about the 10-yard line, and then up the sideline. The tackle made by Trenton Coleman. MJ Green with the return.
From their own 22.
8:06 left to go in the first quarter. And everybody taking their time getting up to the line. Now the whistle blows. Man in motion. They hand it off, and there is Whitworth, who wrapped him up and pulled him down. Whitworth just went through that line like a hot knife through butter and made the tackle.
Yeah, he did a great job of shedding the offensive lineman that tried to block him, get in the backfield, blow things up. Again, that time Waynesville went in the pistol where you've got the QB and the shotgun, and then you've got a running back just as deep, if not further.
7.5 left to go in the first quarter. Little screen pass over here on the near side, and a good open field tackle. That was Coleman. Carson Mitchell made the catch. And Coleman has been active on defense here early.
Watching the first half of game film, Waynesville versus Carthage, every time Waynesville passed the ball, it was either a screen or it was play action.
Second down and about 6, or rather third down and 6. They throw it to the outside on the far side and overthrew everybody. That was intended for MJ Green. Coverage by Lawhon over there, number 21. And that brings down fourth down, and Waynesville will have to punt it away. Under 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter now. The Tigers already on top, 7-0. Give you an idea. I mentioned that Waynesville is all in on orange. Their roster is orange background, black print on orange paper. And that is downed by MJ Green. MJ Green does a little bit of everything.
There is a flag down on the field. And it's going against Republic, so the ball is going to come back on Republic side of the field.
That'll be 15 yards from the end of the spot. First down on Waynesville.
So they've got to mark that off. Ball would have been on the 46-yard line of Republic. Instead, if that's a 15-yard mark off, that takes it back to the 31. Robbie Jansen, our director tonight. Did we see that? Could you see that on replay? Let's watch that again while they're marking it off.
After the punt and penalty, it's Tiger ball, first and 10 from the Republic 46.
Oh yeah, it was away from the ball. It was Govan was locked up, and McCracken keeps it, takes it all the way out past the 45 to about the 46-yard line, and I think that's going to be a first down. He's right at the line if he doesn't have it.
The tackler
give him 9.
for Waynesville is number 2, who's also the QB. So Waynesville's got a lot of individuals that are going to be playing both sides of the field. Let's see what kind of toll that takes later in the game.
Yeah, Ryan Cornelson mentioned that really most of their main guys are two-way players. And here's a little play action as McCracken rolls out, puts it into a higher gear to escape the defender, and skips over a man on his way out of bounds over there on the other side. And here comes a penalty flag late. McCracken is out of bounds at the at about the 47 of Waynesville. And I would imagine that's probably against Waynesville based on when it came in. No, that's against Republic. So they call a personal foul on Republic. And looking at that replay, I don't really see what it was.
All I know is that was an intense flag throw by the referee. The referee in the center of the field threw it, and the flag is almost at the Republic sideline. That is how far he tossed that.
So 2 personal fouls in a row against Republic, and that negates that big run.
Personal foul against Republic.
Basically back to where they were. All the way back to the 36. And like I said, I saw what they called on Govan, although I don't necessarily think it was egregious. I didn't even see anything on that replay, but don't have the best angle here. They'll try it again. They give it to Villasica, and he's got a big hole, and he bursts through it. And Villasica has a great first couple of steps through the hole, and he made it look good that time as he takes it out past the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, that was a great blocking by the left side of the O-line. Villasica got, I would say, at least linebacker depth on Waynesville's defense before anybody touched him. And if it wasn't for number 2, the safety for Waynesville coming up and making the tackle, Villasica may have taken that all the way in for 6 points.
I think you're right. They're going to have to come out at halftime and replace this turf. It's getting worn down between the 35 and the 45. They give it to Hull, who lowers his shoulder at the end of the play. And he's down at about the 45-yard line. And the Tigers, who last week were getting about 4 yards a carry, are getting about 10 yards a carry on average early tonight. 4:50 left to go in the first quarter. And Republic on the move again. First time they've worn these uniforms, the white. They wore the all-black last time, and Clare comes through the hole. Great job by the O-line to open up that hole for Owen Clare, and he went right where he needed to be to get through it.
It's kind of interesting that Waynesville is only playing with 3 D linemen in the down position. You would think going into this game that knowing that Republic's going to run the ball a lot, you would put a 4th or possibly a 5th D lineman.
Now they got everybody up there. And McCracken just stepped to his right, found a huge hole, cuts it back, and he's going to go for a touchdown. He went to his right, then back to his left. There was nothing but wide open space, and with under 4 minutes left to go, they stop it at 3:52. Preston McCracken is in for the touchdown.
Great run by Preston. That was a design play to the right. And he has the awareness downfield that he knew that he needed to bend it back to his left because there wasn't anybody there.
Yep. And that's 55 yards rushing already for Preston McCracken. Kick is good. That makes it 14-0 with 3:52 left to go in the first. We're going to take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sport. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Welcome back. Tigers ready to kick it off.
On to return for the Waynesville Tigers, number 6.
And so far, 121 total yards for the Tigers, only 17 for Waynesville. And the Tigers with 93 yards on the ground. Peary will kick it off from the 40-yard line. And he boots it high and deep and into the end zone and out the back of the end zone. And Waynesville will start on the 20-yard line.
Probably a smart move there by just allowing that to go in the end zone and not trying to do anything with it there. Public kickoff team, that has been something that we've talked about the past couple of years. Special teams for Public just keeps getting better and better and better.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, too. They don't talk a lot about special teams. They don't downplay it, but most coaches that I've dealt with in 30 years have made a special effort to talk about how they work on special teams. And Ryan Cornelson doesn't really do that. And yet I would say he's got better special teams than any of the coaches I've covered. So I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to bring attention to it. But they certainly have great special teams and have been very good this year so far.
That was awfully close, being called intentional grounding there. He just chucked it.
Yeah, no whistle, so 3:33 left to go in the first quarter. And it's 2nd down and 10. Quick pass and incomplete. Oh, they're going to call another penalty. Gavin Lawhon came up and made the hit. And I don't know if they thought he was late or Robbie Jansen is indicating maybe it's on Waynesville. No, it's not. They're going to say Lashley with the hit there. But the flag didn't come in there, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. The referee hit one of our players with the flag.
I'm not sure. I don't know what the call was. There was a couple of hard contacts made, but that's going to be the third personal foul and take it out to the 35-yard line.
Personal foul against Republic.
And they are really, really being very, I guess, persnickety would be a word you could use about how demanding they are being about those personal foul calls. There's a fake handoff and a run, but the tackle made by Caleb Norman, number 32.
Caleb did a great job there, not misreading where the ball was. You had a fake, you had a ball fake going to the right. Caleb did a great job understanding the QB was going back out to the left.
2nd down and 7. And into the backfield, and that's Nolan Lashley again. And that time he got to him before he got rid of the ball. And Lashley with his 3rd tackle for a loss this season. Only a sophomore, and he is off to a great start defensively.
What he did a great job, too, was just breaking down, making a good tackle. Sometimes when you come flying up the field, you're a little out of control, and he did a great job of breaking down and making that textbook tackle.
3rd and 11, and he's on the edge here. Number 19 lined up and looks like he's ready to take off again, but we've got a penalty flag. Is that delay a game? No, it's not delay a game. Still 12 seconds.
Timeout.
Well, there's a flag on the field over there.
Yeah, referee threw the flag on the Republic side.
Oh.
So it's illegal procedure against Waynesville.
Yeah, if that is a penalty with no timeout, then Waynesville needs to get back out there. That is...
Illegal procedure on the offense, and now timeout.
So now they call timeout. 2:06 left to go in the first quarter, and while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Eris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at erispizza417.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60.
At First Christian Church of Republic, we believe in doing good unto others because life isn't just about touchdowns, it's about how we treat our teammates. Around here, it's about love, grace, and open doors for everyone. First Christian Church of Republic, loving God, loving people, doing life together. republicchristian.org. Are you looking for a place where love leads the way? At First Christian Church, we're about two things, loving God and loving others. No perfect people here, just a community of real folks walking through life together with grace, faith, and hope. Whether you're new to church or need a fresh start, you'll find a place to belong at First Christian Church of Republic, republicchristian.org.
Welcome back. 3rd down and 16 now for Waynesville, trailing 14-0 with 2:06 left to go in the first quarter. And Mouse has it, throws it long, and he had him, and it went right through the hands. Intended for Anthony Davis, and just went right through his fingertips. And the Tigers almost got burned for a touchdown there, but instead it brings up 4th down and 16. Aiden Most, a good throw, M-A-U-S-T, Most. The quarterback, and a safety for Waynesville. And the punt is high, not very long, and everybody's got to get out of the way. It hit a Waynesville player and then bounced right up into the breadbasket of Trenton Coleman, who thought, well, I'm going to see what I can do with this. Didn't go very far.
I think part of that, the reason why it didn't go very far is because Govan came flying in there and caused the punter to have to kick but miss Govan at the same time, causing the ball to go more straight up in the air than getting the distance. So even though Govan didn't block it, he made that punt a short punt.
So the ball on the 46-yard line for Republic. And you've got 54 yards to go, and they give it to Hull, who picks his way through the defense into Waynesville territory to the 48-yard line. 1:05 left to go in the quarter.
Offensive line's doing a great job of getting a push against Waynesville. Again, Waynesville just playing with 3 interior D linemen. Last time they kind of brought some guys up to possibly blitz, that's when McCracken made him pay for that and scored his touchdown.
Little shifting on the line. Lundberg, the tight end over here, they're going to throw to the right, and they toss it up high, and it's to Govan, and he catches it in stride and jogs into the end zone. A great throw, a great route, a great catch. Touchdown, Kieran Govan, his first of the year, and the 48-yard touchdown pass makes it 20-0.
What a great throw.
Oh, yeah.
He threw the ball to a spot and allowed his receiver to come underneath it.
Yep, absolutely perfect throw. And Govan just timed his strides exactly like he needed to run underneath it. And the defense had no chance. The kick is good, and with 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Republic has taken a 21-0 lead. This has been a great quarter for the Tigers. I mean, you take away the personal fouls. I mean, when you consider the penalties, I don't know that it could be any worse than 21-0, but they have really put on a show here early.
What is great, though, is Republic's been able to overcome those penalties. So
yeah.
Those were some 15-yard personal fouls, and within 1 or 2 plays, Republic's been able to just make up for that.
So Elijah Peary going to kick it off again. Getting his practice in here. And that one goes further than the last one. Well, about the same distance, I guess. Out the back of the end zone, and the Tigers will be on defense as Waynesville gets the ball on the 20. So Govan has a blocked punt, a recovered blocked punt, and a touchdown reception. That's a pretty good start. I think we might be talking to him later. And you know what? It was on this field that he broke the school record in the long jump or triple jump. Now I'm forgetting which one it was. Right down to our right at that end at track sectionals. And that one's picked off. A flag comes flying in, I think, but it's intercepted by Trenton Coleman. Coleman's another guy who's had a great night so far.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Let's watch it again. Yeah, I gave him a little shove at the end, but so unnecessary, but not especially egregious. That's one, unlike the first one on Govan, which was pretty far away from the ball. I think you want that one back. You would tell him, nah, you could have not shoved. The Lashley one, he's rushing the passer, and he just hit him hard after he threw, but he was already kind of in motion to come in and make the hit. So the penalty takes it out to the 35. And a quick screen pass over on the left side, and one man lost him. That was Lawhon. And then Caleb Norman Ethan Montiel came in to make the hit. And I think Cooper White was in there as well.
That was the same formation that Waynesville threw that long pass that was incomplete that Republic's defense almost got burned on. They will put trips out to the left or the right. Both times were to the left. The first time, the middle receiver just ran a go route. That time, one of the receivers that was off the line just kind of saunters back, and that's a bubble screen. So great job for the defense sniffing out the bubble screen.
8 seconds left in the quarter. Under pressure, they get the pass off. It's complete, and Gavin Lawhon says, nope, you're not going anywhere, MJ Green. He wrapped him up and dropped him. Short gain, and with 4 seconds left, they stop the clock. Now it starts running again, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. A great start for the Tigers with a few mistakes. We've played one quarter. Republic on top 21-0. As we watch that hit by Lawhon. And we'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first.
Welcome back. Ready to start the second quarter. 3rd down and 7 for Waynesville. And they try a little reverse. Come over to the near side. Might have gotten away with a hold. They get to the edge and are close to the first down. Caleb Norman makes the stop. First quarter numbers, 175 total yards for the Tigers and 19 for Waynesville, if you don't count the penalty yards. And Waynesville has its...
Yeah, it's got its first down of the game, but I think they got a really good spot there. I thought the ball carriers dropped before the 40-yard line.
I agree. They also got away with a hold. So we haven't been up. We haven't done a game up here before. This is our first one. Send a man in motion. And up the middle, Mason Whitworth with the stop as Tyshawn Bird came through the middle, and Whitworth was there to wrap him up.
Whitworth did a great job. He just shed the offensive lineman and was just waiting for the running back. And that's something right there. Whenever you're so quick to either rip through the offensive lineman, that you're there at the line of scrimmage and the ball carrier has nowhere to go.
One thing I like about Waynesville's uniforms, they've got the numbers on the helmet. Don't see that very often. Long pass. Boy, that's a good throw. Don't know how accurate it was, but that was a good looking throw. Had to wait for the receiver to see where the ball would come down, but he's got an arm, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
I think some of that was the Waynesville receiver quit running too. Like he was half the route was full speed and then was looking back and didn't see the ball coming. So I don't know if he just thought he wasn't getting the ball and he kind of slowed down, and then the QB threw it, I think anticipating the receiver still running his route full speed.
So 3rd and 10. Most out of the shotgun.
I think that was Lashley that came across. Waynesville did a hard count, got Republic right there. Whenever you're a defense, you always feel bad if you're the person that gets fooled by that hard count by the QB.
Well, Lashley is, when he's playing defense down there, he is high strung, so he's got to be extra vigilant to not jump across. I mean, he has been flying all over the place the first 2 weeks, and here he comes again, and the screen pass is dropped. And it was Lashley who forced that as he was coming in fast. And the pass to Green was off target. He dove for it, couldn't catch it. It's 4th down and 6.
Yeah, even if he would have caught that, there would have been little to no gain on that. Defense again coming up huge here. And let's see if Govan can make the punter redirect his kick or block it again.
10:46 left to go in the second quarter. And that kick is off and away and out of bounds, I think. Yep, it bounced back in. But the Tigers will take over right around the 17. Well, no, he's still walking up. Where is he? Oh, they're all the way out to the 20.
Again, Govan influenced that ball going out of bounds. He came to the punter's right. And, again, Govan with a high vertical, too. He plays basketball, and he just jumped straight up in the air with his arms extended, making the punter kick it to his left, making that ball go out of bounds.
Well, at the other end of the field at sectional track, he qualified for state in the high jump. And they give it to Pelfrey, who had a big run last week, and he puts together a big run here. And he uses the block of Landon Harper to cut it back. He's down inside the 20 all the way to the 15. What a run by Pelfrey. And what a block upfield by Landon Harper, who had to be 20 yards upfield when he sprung him. Watch number 68 out in front. There he goes. And he puts that final block on him. 10 minutes left. And the Tigers in the red zone again. And that is Trayton Gray, number 25, with the carry.
It is a ball carrier that breaks it out into the open field. It always makes you feel great to see your teammates throwing blocks downfield. They don't have to do that. But you got O-linemen down there sprinting down the field, making sure that whoever the ball carrier is able to pick up even more yardage.
Well, that's the kind of thing that an all-state lineman does, and that's what Landon Harper was last year, and he's back for a senior year. And that time it is Hull. He couldn't get loose. Good tackle made by Carson Mitchell. Down to 9:05 left in the second quarter. Aiden Schaefer checks in. So does Greg Hicks, number 36. Pelfrey back out there. And they give it to Pelfrey. And he takes it to the outside, and he is upended around the 5. I thought Pelfrey might have gotten away with lifting out of his stance a little too early, and they didn't catch it. And then when he got the ball, that made sense. He was a little anxious. 4th and goal from the 5. I'll bet they go for it, Rich. Oh, no, it's 1st and goal. They haven't changed the scoreboard.
I'll take that bet. I bet you they will also go for it.
Govan is wide out there on the left side. Everybody else is packed in tight. And they give it to Villasica. Gets around the corner and dives into the end zone. Here comes a late flag. And there were a couple of players mixed up over here. Blake Luna, the center, was on the ground with a Waynesville player. And Luna was kind of laying on him And I think he was having a hard time getting up. They're waving it off. So the touchdown is good with 8:02 left to go in the second quarter. And it's 27-0. Berry will try it again. Brendan Overstreet will hold it again. And the kick is good. That's 4 extra points for Elijah Peary. And with 8:02 left to go, that makes it 28-0. 255 yards for Republic, 25 for Waynesville. So Republic with 10 times more yards than their opponent. That's a pretty good ratio.
Oh yeah, when you got a ratio like that, especially before halftime, you can pretty much guess what team is winning without even having to look at the score if you're looking at the stats like that.
So with 8:02 left in the first half, Peary will tee it up and try it again. Ball is bobbled and left on the turf briefly at the 5. Take it out to about the 12.
On the return for Waynesville, number 6, MJ Green.
That was MJ Green.
We got a Waynesville player that is shooken up here at the 25-yard line.
So while they deal with that, we're going to take a break. It's 28-0 Tigers. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
Welcome back. 7:52 left to go. And the Waynesville player making his way off the field with a little help, but walking, so that's good to see. Tigers have the ball on the 12-yard line. Or Waynesville has the, well, yeah, Tigers have the ball, but it's Waynesville. And they pitch it. Uh-oh, Mason Whitworth says, no, you're not going anywhere. And then Ekene Chekwu comes in and picks up the running back and lifts him up back to his feet. Tag teamed.
Whitworth was so fast in the backfield, he almost took that. If that wasn't a pitch, he could have been, if he was like a half step faster, he would have blocked that pitch or possibly caught it in the air and taken it into the end zone.
Caden Wilson was the ball carrier. Most in the shotgun. Man goes in motion to the left. He's going to throw it. And incomplete. Govan was in the vicinity on the coverage. I think it was intended for Anthony Davis. Connor Ross was over there as well for Waynesville. 7 minutes exactly left to go in the first half. Third and 13 for Waynesville.
That being third and 13, you would think that Waynesville is going to pass it, but at the same time, in the back of their head, they know that this defense is so quick, Republic, that you risk an interception.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe try to pitch it, do kind of an end around or something like that. They've got 3 wide receivers over here under pressure. Gets away from one man. He's not going to go very far. And finally brought down by who else? Mason Whitworth. Whitworth was about the 5th guy on that play to stare him right in the eyes. And he finally had nowhere else to go. So that brings up 4th down.
And this, where the ball's at, your pump block. This is definitely a place where you would think your special teams coach is going to put the most pressure. You got the punter in the middle of their own end zone. Bobbled snap, a mishandle, block, and this could easily be a short field again for Republic.
He gets the kick away. Coleman catches it at about the 35 and is hit after a short return. That was Anthony Davis who made the stop. So with 6:05 left, Tigers take over in Waynesville territory, trying to make it 35-0. Ball on the 34.
Trying to think of the last time, and it may have been when we played Waynesville last time that Republic was up 35-0 by halftime.
Well,
in regular season.
Maybe I was going to say the early district game, maybe. Villasica. And he almost stayed on his feet. Stumbled down just short of the first down. If he could have gotten his balance back, I think he would have gone. Jen Villasica has been impressive since moving over to the offensive side of the ball after playing defense for the first couple of years of his career.
So patient there at the beginning when he gets his ball. He allows the blockers to create some running lanes, and as soon as he sees an opening, he goes from like first to third gear.
Second down and play action. They fake the handoff to Gray, and it is a little high and broken up, intended for Aiden Schaefer. I think it might have been Aiden Moss, the quarterback, who broke it up. That was just a good play by Most. I mean, that pass was on target. Schaefer's a tall target, and it was going to hit him in the hands, but Most came flying in from the backside and broke it up. 3rd down and 2. And they give it to Claire. He's got the first down and more down inside the 20, almost to the 15 before being driven back by a host of tacklers. I always love going to places, different places, when it's 3rd down and 2, and the crowd gets fired up and they play whatever sound effect they have. And we're just thinking this is kind of like 3rd down for everybody, or it's kind of like 2nd down for everybody else because Republic's going to go for it on 4th. This isn't really that big a play, long as it doesn't go backwards. They give it to Hall, and he explodes through the hole on the right side of the line, takes it down inside the 10.
And the line of scrimmage is definitely one-sided in this first half of the game. The Republic offensive line is doing such a great job of getting a push. They're literally shoving the Waynesville D linemen into the linebackers, and the Waynesville linebackers are just getting caught up in that whole just mesh of people up there. They're not able to make the tackle.
Tigers back in the red zone again. And Villasica again off the left side of the line. Spins his way down to about the 5. The ball came loose at the end. He was already on the ground. Thanks to State Farm agent Sarah Rader for sponsoring our Red Zone coverage all season long. Every time the Tigers get in the end zone, the Red Zone lights will flash, and they're back again. They've been there a lot. The only thing that has stopped them from being in the red zone some of the time has been they've run right through the red zone on their way in. First and goal from the 6. McCracken will keep it. He's right behind Claire. He gets to the end zone, and he's in. Braxton Lundberg was up ahead of him, blocking. And I think I saw some yellow come flying in there at the tail end of that. Maybe not. Nope.
If you go back and watch this, McCracken, he's literally looking over at the referee like, hey, I'm crossed. Look. And he's like, he's just waiting for the signal for the touchdown.
So with 3:37 left in the quarter, that makes it 34-0. And now Elijah Peary will try to make it 35-0, and he does. 35-0. Republic on top of Waynesville. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
3:37 left to go in the first half. It is 35-0 Republic. This is night and day from last week. Speaking of night, it's already dark. That happened fast, and that ball into the end zone, and Waynesville will start on the 20-yard line. It was pretty overcast, so I don't think it's actually getting dark that early.
And that ball landed right at the goal line. If it would have bounced backwards, that would have been a live ball. And the Waynesville return man, number 9, was already jogging away from it. So he's lucky that ball went forward instead of backwards, just due to the fact of right where that landed.
From the 20. They hand it off, and not really much running room there for MJ Green. Green's going to be feeling this in the morning. He's been hit a lot.
And he also plays defense, too, so he really doesn't come out the field. So if he's not getting tackled, then he's trying to make a tackle. As we had mentioned, several of the Waynesville starters play both sides of the field, and I think some of them also on special teams. So some of these guys, when we get to that fourth quarter, for Waynesville is going to be gassed.
Again, inside, and again, no hole opened up by the offensive line at all. Caleb Norman was in there, so was Cooper White.
Line of scrimmage is being won by Republic on both sides. The offensive line's doing a great job of creating running lanes. Now on the flip side, the D linemen, several of the tackles have been made by the D linemen. Some of them have been for a loss.
2:20 left in the second quarter. 3rd down and 10. They throw it long and incomplete. Man slipped down. Are they going to throw a flag? No. The receiver fell down, and I thought, he might be hurt because now the coach is going out to check on him. And that would explain why he fell down. I thought there might be a flag coming in because If the official didn't see actually what happened, then I thought maybe they would think that there was contact that caused him to fall down.
I think they're stretching him out. It might be cramps.
2:01 left to go in the quarter. It'll be 4th down and 10 when play resumes.
Some NFL action early in the second quarter. Chiefs are down 10-0.
Looks like they're about done working on him. They're going to help him off the field. Almost 300 total yards for Republic, and Waynesville still only 22 total yards. I think that's less than they had last time we checked. It's going backwards. And thanks to Elliott Robinson and Company for sponsoring our By the Numbers, our look at Tiger statistics all season long.
I think they would try to put an extra blocker out there for Govan.
Got the punt off. Good kick. And Coleman gets driven back, and he's just going to let it go. No, he's going to pick it up, and that was dangerous. He managed to get it. And I would imagine when he gets to the side, well, did it come loose?
No, there's a flag there. Waynesville player.
Late. Okay.
Yeah, there is. He drilled one of our guys, and the play was over. So that is definitely going to go against Waynesville.
I was going to say that I would imagine when Trenton Coleman gets back over to the sideline, someone's going to say, probably could have let that one go. It was spinning wildly and going sideways, and there were guys within 5 yards of him bearing down on him, and he managed to pick it up, though, so it worked out. Tigers have the ball on the, we'll call it the 35-yard line.
Well, they're gonna move it off, or move
it
up
of the penalty.
as soon as they mark off the penalty.
Everybody's lined up like they forgot.
Against the Waynesville Tigers. Be a 15-yard penalty.
So there we go. Now we're going to move. Everybody got up to the line, and I forgot there was a flag by the time that happened.
After the penalty, it's Republic ball, 1st and 10 for midfield.
So that takes it out to the 50, which is where Republic will start. And Claire not even touched, and he may go all the way to the end zone. To the 20, he cut it back, and he will walk across the goal line. What a run of 50 yards by Owen Clare. He took it to the right, and then at about the 25-yard line, watch him cut it back, and that's what took it the rest of the way. Oh, look at that. The defender ended up on his backside as Clare cut it behind him and went into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a great play, a great run by Owen Clare, and a great job up front. And the kick is good. 1:38 left to go. And it's 42-0. Tigers on top in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back with another kickoff after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
Today is the day. Let's build a lasting home for telling Republic's most important stories as a community whose past, present, and future we can all celebrate together.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family.
Kickoff by Elijah Peary, taken around the 5 and out past the 20. MJ Green. 19-yard return by Green.
Excluding a penalty, this might be Waynesville's best field position on a kick return that they've had this evening.
I think you may be right. .130 left to go in the second quarter. And the handoff goes to MJ Green, Lowland Lashley, Caleb Norman, Mason Whitworth, all back there. Or it was Caden Wilson, number 9.
Waynesville just doesn't have an answer for this very quick Republic defense. You literally have, if it's not a linebacker, then you've got a D tackle that's literally getting in the backfield.
1 minute exactly left. Well, 8 extra points is the school record for extra points in a game by Mason Cole, set 2 or 3 years ago. There's a handoff and out of bounds. Coleman came up and made the stop. They gave it to Ryder Wells, number 12. That may be the last play of the half. Under 20 seconds left. Clock is still running, even though I'm pretty sure he was out of bounds. But they never stopped the clock.
Oh, yeah, he was out of bounds. So the game clock should have stopped, but I don't think anybody's going to complain at this
Yeah,
point.
that's kind of what I was thinking. Well, they're going to let it run out. So, we come to halftime. It is 42-0. Republic on top of Waynesville. We will take a break and be back with our Repmo halftime report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. After this timeout, you're watching Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sport.
Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Street Pharmacy, this is Kim. May I help you?
Feeling rough, we've got the stuff. Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Hines Street.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about the sign of the yard, it's about decisions, big ones. That's why the Tricia Phelps team approaches real estate like advisors, not salespeople. From fast-track financing to investment strategy, Tricia helps you make the right move with confidence, because longevity in this business is no accident. Call Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty to learn more. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
My friend Lori Casagrande sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit VisionHealthEyeCenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murney Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Welcome to the Retmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. Tigers on top of Waynesville 42-0. And if you're on Facebook, welcome. Here's your live look and a recap of the first half. It was a good first half for Republic. They jumped on top early and just kept pouring it on. And they lead it 42-0. 6 touchdowns in that first half. A great start for the Tigers, and all the things we talked about they needed to do, pretty much they did in that first half, Rich.
The keys to the game, obviously there's no turnovers. We talked about finishing drives. They have finished every single drive that was. And we talked about, I think your key was the edge, making sure that you didn't allow any of the quick receivers that Waynesville has to be able to get off the edge, and the defense is just shut down Waynesville. So all three of our keys to the game in this first half has been accomplished. and things are rolling. Obviously, when you look at the score, 42-0, and you look at the lopsided stats, all in Republic's favor so far, this has been just a great night for Republic. Definitely different from week one.
Had the best pass, the best looking pass play of the year when Govan ran under a beautifully thrown pass from Preston McCracken up the far sideline for a touchdown of 48 yards. That was a pretty play.
Oh, yeah. Whenever your quarterback is literally just throwing to a spot, and you could tell that they've done that, that specific play, that specific route, time and again and again and again. It just looks so choreographed. McCracken just throwing it right to a spot, knowing full well that Govan was going to be able to run underneath it. And for a team that doesn't throw it that much, that was probably one of the best passes I've seen them throw in a while.
Tigers with 339 yards total offense in that first half, and Waynesville only 23 yards in the first half. So pretty dominant performance by Republic throughout, and they have looked good, and they will have the running clock as soon as it is available once it starts. So it'll maybe be a little bit of an early night. You can see in the lights, Jenny Rackley on camera here points out the rain is falling a little more steadily. The lights exaggerated a little bit sometimes, but it's pretty steady now, and it wasn't really falling consistently earlier in the night. So that may be something to watch out for in the second half. We're going to take another break and be back with more on the Retmo Halftime Report after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Your offensive line protects the quarterback, and I protect you from confusing Medicare options. I'm Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group. Open enrollment starts October 15th. Don't get sacked by the December 7th enrollment deadline. You can find me on Facebook or call 417-425-3937. Go Tigers.
Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Are you in search of a fair, reliable plumber that you can count on 24/7? Call Far Better Plumbing. Local, transparent, and reliable. No hidden fees, billed hourly on site. Far Better Plumbing is your plumbing connection for all residential, commercial, and excavation work. Far Better wants to be your plumber for life. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Eris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at erispizza417.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60.
At First Christian Church of Republic, we believe in doing good unto others because life isn't just about touchdowns, it's about how we treat our teammates. Around here, it's about love, grace, and open doors for everyone. First Christian Church of Republic, loving God, loving people, doing life together. republicchristian.org.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first.
Welcome back to the Repmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. And we've got, what is this ceremony? I've been doing behind-the-scenes broadcast stuff, but they're doing some intros. It's surely not homecoming already. I'm not sure what they're doing, but that would explain the 20-minute halftime.
Cheer senior night.
Oh, cheer senior night. All right, there we go. It's about time for us to play everybody's favorite game, Guess the Score. I will be emceeing tonight as Tim and Rich battle it out. Tim has a little better chance this week than last week because he's got his own headset. Last week he was having to use some of his brain power to figure out how to get his answer on the air. So we'll start with the game that everybody is talking about, aside from this one, and that is Webb City and Nixa. Webb City, Nixa. I believe that Rich went first last week.
Yes, I did.
So, Tim, you get first crack at it.
I am going to go, I don't think this is a close game. I'm going to say Nixa 28, Webb City 7.
Okay. Rich?
I'm going to go just the opposite. I'm going to say it is a close game. So close that I'm going to say it's tied. I'm going to say it's 14-14.
All right. Now, before I give you the answer, Tim, what's your usual answer? Your usual score.
My usual score?
Yeah.
Well, I try to get 21-7 when Rich doesn't use it, but I don't know that I have a usual
Well, the score in this is Nixa 21, Webb City 7. Could have had it exactly. Still, you're the winner.
Okay.
21-7, Nixa on top at halftime. Lebanon and Joplin, halftime score. Lebanon and Joplin. This,
do I go first?
Good game, Rich. You get to go first.
Lebanon and Joplin. Dude, where's the game at? Do we know?
It's either at Lebanon or Joplin.
Thank you for the clarification on that. That totally changes everything. I'm going to say that is a close game as well, but I'm not going to go for the tie. I'm going to say Joplin 14, Lebanon 7. 14-7, Joplin.
Tim?
I'm going to say I'm going with Lebanon here. I'm going to going back 21-7 Lebanon.
Well, it's Lebanon, 28-20. High-scoring affair.
Wow.
They've scored. They've actually scored 6 more points than Republic scored in the first half. 28-20 Lebanon on top of Joplin. Now, Carthage Ozark. I'm going to confess here. I thought that this, coming in, I'm going to say that I thought Ozark. I think Ozark is going to either upset somebody or almost upset somebody this year. Hopefully not next week.
Is this?
I'm not giving you any hints. That's for you to know. That's for you to.
Why did you just?
That's for me to know and you to find out, isn't it?
You go first.
Wow. Now that's confusing. Thanks a lot, David.
That was just unrelated. That's just a thought.
Know,
it was amusing.
It
wasn't a hint. It was amusing.
You've messed up my brainwaves now. Well, I'm still going to go with. Carthage. Let's go 21-14 Carthage.
I'm not going to be fooled by his.
I wasn't trying to fool anybody.
Because I don't think Ozark's going to be that good. I'm going to say.
Wow.
I'm going to say.
Rich's first insult of the
Right. Well, it could have been a lot worse because it's
Scoreboard.
Ozark, but I'm trying to keep it family oriented here.
Wow.
With my
He's
with
really
my, relationship.
Rich is working
Ozark.
blue on the halftime show this year.
So I'm gonna go Carthage. I'm gonna go Carthage 21, and I'm gonna give a goose egg to Ozark. Carthage 21, Ozark 0.
Wow.
Well, you're not far off on the margin, but it's 28-6, Carthage.
Wow.
So-
20, I don't know who wins that one then.
22-point margin.
I think Rich gets that one.
Wow.
I think he does too.
What's the score?
2-1. I'm up 2-1.
All right. We got 2 games left. We've got Glendale Willard. This game is at Glendale.
Do I go first on this one? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Glendale Willard. You've got. You have 2 teams that are not that doing so hot lately, playing each other's. Oh, jeez. And I think they've been kind of close the couple times they played each other. I don't know. Not a high-scoring affair. I don't see both of them scoring a lot of points. I'm going to go Glendale 14, Willard 7.
Tim?
I'm going Glendale also. I'm going to say 28-21 Glendale.
Glendale 28, Willard 6.
Ooh.
The same score as Carthage Ozark.
Again, let's see.
As the statistician, we're at your mercy.
Well, I'm factoring. I'm ciphering. 14 and 15. Oh, wow. I think that could be a tie. We're both 15 off.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're both 15 off.
So that makes the score is 2-1-1.
So I got to get this one.
You got to get it to tie.
I got to get this to tie.
Well, we both went over on one. So, yeah, I was going to say one went over, then Price is Right rules. But, yeah, that's a tie. That's a tie.
All right. So, last score we have. This is an interesting one. Not for the result. I'm just saying Neosho Kickapoo. I find this an intriguing matchup. I don't know where it is.
Who went first last time?
Oh, this is me.
Tim is going first.
See, I think, well, again, I have trouble picking Kickapoo. So, but I think David was surprised by the score and caught himself. So I'm going Neosho. I am going Neosho 21-14.
Okay. Well, I'll respond to your musing, but later. But Rich,
I don't think you picking Neosho is an upset. Kickapoo has been like subpar the past couple years. Neosho, I'm
really
just
glad you tamed it down. This
week. I've just Neosho being playing a tougher schedule. I'm gonna go Neosho is up, and I'm gonna say Neosho's up. I'm going to go with my usual score. I'm going to say Neosho 21-7.
Yeah, for context, Rich informed us he was going to go gentle on this halftime show. All right, so the score is Neosho 7, Kickapoo nothing.
Oh, so Rich gets that one. So it's a tie.
So it's a tie.
2-1.
So now now the tiebreaker. Who can come up with the most creative insult of the other player? And I think we know who's going to win that.
I don't want to win because I want to be able to keep doing this. Because if I win, you're going to tell me not to do this ever again. So.
All right. Well, we're going to call it a tie this week. How about that?
Sounds
I was
great.
looking forward to Rich calling me a really bad high school scoreboard pick'em player. I'm disappointed, Rich.
All right. Well, there's the entertainment portion of the halftime show, and that's going to do it. Teams have pretty much warmed up. Tigers making their way to the sideline. We're going to take a break and be back with the second half after this timeout. Tigers on top 42-0. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Republic is more than a market, it's home. And for 20 years, Tricia Phelps has built her career helping neighbors find theirs. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Tricia brings the experience of a builder, the insight of an investor, and the heart of a community member. Everyone deserves a dream home. Let the Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty help you find yours. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
My friend Lori Castagran sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
Welcome back. Just about ready to go here. Tigers will receive the ball. And there has been no kickoff returning. So I haven't even gotten to talk about who's back deep, but it's Tristan Burks, number 3, and he will receive it at about the 2-yard line. Out to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, cuts it all over to the far side, gets to the edge, out to the 30, the 35, back up the middle, drags a man all the way out to about the 42 before he's finally pulled down, and that is quite a return by Tristan Burks of about 40 yards.
Burks did a great job. He caught it there about the 2-yard line. You can definitely tell that he was, aware of the downfield blocking. He was able to kind of be patient, and then once he saw a couple of running lanes, he took it, hit a second gear. I just think that maybe if he would have just kept running to his left, he would have been able to pick up some more yardage.
Trenton Coleman is in there at quarterback now, number 6. So Preston McCracken is done, and he hands it to Pelfrey, who dives out past the 50 into Waynesville territory. We talked during a break just among ourselves about how long it would be before some of the starters made their way off, and Preston McCracken was at least one of the first to have the night off. We'll try to get you some more of those names as they make their way into the game. Blake Luna is still in there at center. He's number 61. And Trayton Gray is wrapped up.
On the carry for Republic, number 25, Trayton Gray. Tackle made by number 7 of the Waynesville Tigers, Mason Scheller. 2 yards on the carry.
Riley Verstrate, number 51, is out there. And I see number 54, Bryce Hine, as well. Villasica has a big hole, and he ran over Aiden Schaefer on his way upfield. Picks up the first down.
And there was a huge running lane over there.
Yeah.
Villasica just bend it right up the field. It looked like he was going to maybe possibly keep going out to his left outside the tackle. Saw a big running lane and just kind of cut it up behind his left tackle there. Offensive line obviously is just keep doing what they've done the whole first half. Get a great push up front, allow your running backs to get downfield.
Davian Ferguson, number 57, is out there. And Pelfrey got twisted around, still managed to pick up about 4 yards on first down. 9:48 left to go in the third quarter.
5 yards on the carry, second down, 5.
And Republic breaks the huddle. Hine is over there on the left side of the line. And Trayton Gray runs to the left side. Brody Romines is out there as well, number 67 on the line.
He's tackled by number 33 of the Waynesville Tigers, Braden Horton.
So Roman's over there on the left side as well.
Rain is still coming down at a pretty decent rate. What's kind of forget about is more and more fields are turf. You no longer have these muddy jerseys on rainy nights.
Yeah, that's a good point. Don't have any problems. These whippersnappers that are just starting to do play-by-play, they got no idea how hard that was.
Yeah, when you've got white on white, 15, 20 plus years ago, they would have been totally, covered in mud and dirt and everything else with the amount of rain that has come down since the beginning of the game here. One great thing about the turf, though, is it drains so much better than a grass field that you don't get too much slickness when it rains.
We push ahead to about the 20-yard line.
4-yard carry for Republic on that Trenton Coleman carry.
Trenton Coleman held on to it. Down to 8 minutes left in the third quarter. We mentioned earlier the running clock will be a factor. Really, it's only a factor when Waynesville has the ball. Republic is not going to throw it. And there comes a penalty flag.
Yeah, they came. Yeah, 2 flags that came out quick. I wonder if someone moved before the ball was snapped. Oh no, this is on Waynesville.
Pelfrey is limping and will head off the field. He'll jog off under his own power.
Waynesville had
illegal substitution.
Yeah, Waynesville had 12 guys out there on that play. They had 1 extra guy, and we still are able to get positive yardage.
Yeah, that's not good when you got an extra guy and give up the first down. First and goal on the 6-yard line. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Republic has this one well in hand. They will improve to 1-1. Waynesville will fall to 0-2. That's a tough start on the schedule for Waynesville. Carthage and Republic. And a little spin move. Still on his feet. Number 36, Greg Hicks.
On the carry for Republic, number 36, Greg Hicks. Tackle made by number 41 of the Tigers, Landon Krause. It's a 3-yard.
Shows you just how well these guys are coached, that you're starting to get guys, filtering in, coming in, that won't get a lot of playing time on Friday nights, but they're going out there, and it looks like the first string guys out there. So great job that you've got some JV guys and some others coming in, and you don't miss a beat.
Coleman hands it off to Gray. He's hit by a couple of tacklers and immediately dropped. I think there's a flag I kind of thought a hand came up and got him on the face mask when they were in there. I don't know if that's what this is going to be or not. If so, I didn't think it was especially blatant, but there was a hand up in that vicinity. Yep, that's what it is, a face mask on Waynesville.
Just in a night that Waynesville's had, they get one of their few stops against this Republic offense. That play didn't get any yardage really, and they're hit with a 5-yard penalty.
Steve Rackley down there on the far sideline getting a picture of this touchdown that's about to be scored. I just got a feeling. 5:26 left. Coleman spins and dives forward. Didn't get it that time. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
I think there was a little confusion on that handoff there.
He's taken down by number 2, Aiden Moss of the Waynesville defense.
Most, who's been doing everything. Most and Green have been involved one or the other in almost every play for Waynesville. So 3rd and goal from the 1. And up to the line they go. And that's a touchdown for Hicks. Greg Hicks, number 36, goes right across the goal line for the touchdown. And Republic leads it 48-0. Let's see if they kick the extra point. Here comes Overstreet. I don't know if Peary's out there or not. No, I think they're going to go for 2. Coleman hands it off to Gray, who is in. Now the 2-point conversion, Trayton Gray makes it 50-0.
Great to see some guys, as I said earlier, that don't get a lot of playing time on Friday night to go out there and make the best of the opportunity that is given to them. The offense went out there and just marched it methodically downfield, scored a touchdown, and then a 2-point conversion that looked like they've been doing it, for several games now, and this is only week 2, so we've talked about this. What a great game to rebound with after a tough one from last week going against Nixa. And as you said, man, Waynesville, you don't get to pick your schedule, and that's just really tough for them to have to go against Carthage week 1, then Republic week 2. Next week, though, they have to travel down to Willard.
Clock is ticking and 3:25 left in the 3rd quarter. And a handoff and a long run and a one-handed grab to hang on. Fisher Moore saved the touchdown and the shutout.
Yeah, Moore literally dove out with his hand and grabbed the jersey. And if it wasn't for that bottom part of that jersey being untucked, may have been giving up a touchdown there.
Yeah, that is the only thing that kept that from happening. And the biggest gain of the night for Waynesville. And a whistle.
Someone from Waynesville moved before the snap.
Another fast fact, Republic has now scored 50-plus points in 3 of its last 6 games. If you think back to district play, they scored 50 against Hillcrest and Central, and then 50 tonight. So 3 of the last 6 games, the Tigers over 50 points. We went long stretches of our lives without seeing 50-point outputs covering Republic football. So 3 in 6 weeks, 3 in 6 games is really something. There's a big loss. And defensively, it was Luke Wolfenden, number 46, who was the first one there.
Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 20.
Try and get you some other names of guys out there. 2nd down and 20. And a host of guys bring him down. First one to him was Fisher Moore, number 18. Of course, he had the tackle earlier.
On the carry for the Waynesville Tigers, number 26, Isaiah Williams.
I see number 33, Brentley Leahy, is out there for the Tigers. Number 37, Donovan Hutchison. A cornerback out there now. And a scramble. Well short of the first down.
And Waynesville doesn't have to snap the ball here. There's only 17 seconds left. Or if they'll try to get a play off, or they'll just let this run down.
It's 4th down, so they may just go ahead and punt it away, or I don't think they're going to get it off. 4 seconds left.
No, you still got guys scrambling out there on the punt team.
And the time expires. So we are at the end of the 4th quarter. It is 50-0 Republic. We've got one more quarter left, and we will take a break and have it for you after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murray Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at Javier Romero.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state.
Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon.
Ready to go in the 4th quarter?
Republic had a couple guys jump off sides there. It's not going to change the 4th down. Still going to be well short of the 1st down.
He signaled it was against Waynesville, but they marked it off against Republic.
And that snap almost went over the punter's head. He managed to get it and get it away. Short kick, and it wobbles out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
You were talking about how many times Republic has scored 50-plus points 3 out of the last 6 games. And we mentioned that my Facebook memory, and yes, I do Facebook. I don't do any of this stuff, so that shows my age there. But 11 years ago today, Republic put up 64 points against Ozark. That was a great game there. Republic 64, Ozark 22.
I remember that game well. The Republic had not beaten Ozark for a long time at that one, and it all came together, and that was, I don't know what year that was of the Wes Beechler era.
Is that Journey Jones as running back?
I don't know if it was Journey Jones. I think Journey was still playing JV that year. It was Jace Duvall, Preston Ellison had a run back, a kickoff run back. Yeah, I think that Journey he might have played in that, but I don't think he was one of the main guys. That might have been Beechler's first season or could have been his second.
Whatever the case, Republic put up 64 points against Ozark.
And that was like
that's the point of the story.
The amazing thing about that was how fast they were scoring, because they were just basically scoring at will for the first quarter. It was kind of like this, except Ozark was decent. You weren't expecting that, and yeah, it was amazing. I think they might have had 50 by halftime.
Yeah, the game got out of hand quick, and I think it was one of those where Ozark was shocked. As you said, Ozark wasn't bad.
Yeah,
they just haven't had someone that just went out there and scored. As you said, a lot of points in a short amount of time, and they were instantly having to play, catch up.
I was
first
shocked.
Quarter.
Yeah, I was shocked. Handoff to Hicks. And I believe that is Cooper Cornelson at quarterback. Number 2. So Cooper Cornelson's first varsity action with the handoff. Tristan Burks, number 3, is there in that Z-back. He gets the ball and comes to the near side, and there's a big opening. Oh, he got hit at the end of that, but pops right back up. And that is, I think, a first down for Tristan Burks.
Deshae Franklin. First down, Republic.
DJ Phelps is out there. Number 52. And already mentioned number 54, Bryce Hine. They give it to Jacob Duran, and he's around the right side. Tried to get to the corner. Waynesville thought they had the ball at the end of that.
Seen a lot of sophomores out there on this drive doing a really good job. In the best of the opportunity. This kind of makes me feel pretty good. See what is in hold here for the future for the Republic Tigers.
Bentley Packwood is out there. Peyton Hamilton, number 13, checks in, the sophomore. And that is Bryce Hine checking out. Brody Romines, number 67. Already mentioned Phelps, number 52. Liam Anderson, number 72, is out there at center, and somebody moved early.
I don't know if they're going to call that on. I think you had both Republic and Waynesville linemen both moving.
False start against Republic, 5-yard penalty, replay, second down. It'll be 2nd and 14 from the 48.
Hamilton, number 13, is lined up at tight end. And the quick hit handoff to Greg Hicks. Takes it ahead, out inside the 45. About the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10.
3rd down and 10.
Evan Rockhill checks in, the junior wide receiver, number 82. And he comes over here to the near side. And Cornelson keeps it, reads it, has a big opening, and the whistle blew. What happened?
I don't know.
They didn't blow the whistle until
until
the play was going on. I don't know if they never said it. Maybe they never said, hey, we're ready to go. 7 minutes left as the clock continues to tick. And Cooper Cornelson's going to always talk about that touchdown run that he had called off in his first varsity action. Trying to find everybody's numbers here, so they're hopping in and out pretty quick. So if I miss somebody, forgive me. Duran, number 27, is in the slot over here, and they come near side. A lot of room for Tristan Burks up the sideline and dragged down out of bounds at around the 8-yard line. Big run by Burks.
Left side of the O-line did a great job of sealing off almost everybody on the Waynesville defense. Burks had a lot of running room there. I think he was almost half surprised that he was running down the field that untouched, no one around him.
Yeah, big run. Somebody, I have a feeling, is going to get their first varsity touchdown here in about the next minute or so. Cornelson up under center, and he hands it off to Duran, and he's got a big hole, and he runs it in, and that's a touchdown for Jacob Duran. Congratulations to Jacob, his first varsity touchdown. And that makes it 56-0. And I think that was Hicks in front of him. Yep, 36 with the lead block. The line did such a good job that Hicks didn't even have to do a lot of blocking on the way through there, but he was out there in case he was needed. 2-point conversion. They fake a throw, and now Cornelson is snowed under by tacklers. Or, no. Did he have it? Or did somebody else, did he hand it off?
Got sacked.
Okay. I thought somebody else came out of there with the ball. Under 5 minutes to go. And while they reset, it's 56-0. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Elijah Peary, he's going to be tired from all these kickoffs. They gave him a rest after the last couple of touchdowns. And went for the 2-point conversion. 56-0 Republic, and that kickoff goes into the end zone, and there's no running it out of the end zone at high school. So with 4 minutes left, the clock continues to run. Well, if you've got to drive home from Waynesville, the least you can do is get done with the game by 9 o'clock, and it looks like that's what's going to happen, barring some kind of injury or something. Down to 3.5 minutes left in the game. There's not a lot keeping the Waynesville fans here. It's raining. It's gotten kind of chilly. A lot of them aren't really dressed for it to be this cold because it hasn't been. It kind of snuck up on everybody. And their team is down 56-0.
the diehards and the parents.
That's right.
On the carry for the Waynesville Tigers, number 12, Ryder Wells.
Ryder Wells with the carry for Waynesville. Down to 3 minutes left in the game.
And 4.
And a whistle and a penalty. It was the back judge who threw that in there. Unless, do they have too many guys on there?
Yeah.
Illegal substitution against Republic. 35-yard penalty. Good enough for Waynesville.
All the in and out, and they got confused and had too many guys out there. 2:10 left. Jance Mercado is out there, number 28. Rushing around the end, and there's a tackle for a loss by number 43, Jack Rosenbaum. The junior linebacker, 6'2", 190.
Second down and 13 after 3-yard loss.
Kyson Smith is out there, number 31. Orion Maggard as well, number 78. Caden Pacheco, number 1. Zach Holman, number 90, out there as well, defensive back. And he got a hand on there and assisted in that tackle. Zach Holman.
On the carry for the Waynesville Tigers, James Johnson.
James Johnson with the carry.
Picks up 8 on the carry. It's third down and manageable. Waynesville.
You know, it's been a long night when the PA announcer for the home team says it's third down and manageable. Less than a minute to go. Time continuing to tick down here. 40 seconds left. And almost a sack. That was Remington Hart who got back there and put the pressure on. Number 86.
Ryder Wells' pass is incomplete. Intended receiver on the play, number 34, Brendan Davis. Sets up fourth down for the Waynesville offense.
Brings up fourth down, and with 17 seconds left, I would think they might not bother running a play. Nine seconds. If they do run a play, you want to wait until you know it's over. Nope, they're not going to bother snapping it. And time expires, and Republic gets its first win of the season. 56-0, Republic over Waynesville. It was a good night for the Tigers, and we will take a break and be back to wrap up the broadcast after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Welcome back. Tigers scored early, scored often, and they win at 56-0 on the road at Waynesville. They'll be at home against Ozark next week, and Rich will have some more cutting analysis of the Ozark Tigers next Friday night, but the Tigers win it here over the other Tigers, 56-0. Final thoughts, Rich?
Oh, it was a great night. What a way to bounce back, get that first W in a convincing style. Waynesville was never in this game, and not a lot of stuff that you can really pull negative on the Republic side. That was all great, even special teams. You had a lot of things that you can work on, or that they worked on and obviously improved since last week. And we will get ready for what should be another great ruckus crowd next week when the Ozark Tigers come into Republic Tiger Stadium.
That's going to do it from Waynesville. For Jenny Rackley on the camera, Steve Rackley down on the sideline with the windbreaker and hopefully waterproof windbreaker. Taking photos, Robbie Jansen, our director, Tim Barnes, our statistician, and Rich Miles, our local trash talker. I'm David Brazil. Thanks for watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.